Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDawgz.com. Once again, chunking these videos out early. It is 3:40 Eastern Standard Time, 12:40 Pacific. We started off the week. We cashed a nice 6-unit release. And again, that was a late release that you sent out on Telegram. I don't know if it made it to the premium. Did it, Al, or did not?
It did. Yeah, it did.
Okay, but the ratings, so you got that premium play yesterday with Miami. You get it as a 6-unit to start off the weekend. As they basically were covering the entire, I don't think, yeah, I normally don't watch the games, but I saw the box score. They never were not covering the entire game. I think the biggest lead Buffalo had was they were up by 7. Obviously, for all you total guys, it came down.
Well, 10. They won by 10.
No. I'm saying the Bills, the biggest lead they had in the whole game was they were up by 7, so Miami was covering the entire time.
No, the Bills were up by 10. They won by 10. After they kicked the last field goal, they were up.
Yeah. I'm saying, but they were never ahead covering the spread, is what I'm saying.
They were never covering the spread, but the biggest lead was 10.
Yes.
If Miami throws a pick 6 in the last 15 seconds, you lose.
Exactly. And if you were a guy that bet the under, unfortunately, the complimentary selection people were texting me about, I said, hey, that's the way the ball bounces. I actually had the under for my own clients, for my betting syndicates. It was 28-21. I think with 15 seconds left, and then they just kicked a field goal, throwing the game over the total to 52. The total was 50.5. Hey, guys, we always say, and the reason why I bring up that total, which was not your play, you hit a 6-unit play on Miami, is that if you keep a journal, I always tell people, I have a pen and paper in front of me, if you keep a journal and make your own personal bad beat segment, you're going to literally be 50%, meaning bad beat / good beat. Sometimes that last field goal or touchdown is going to cover the spread for you. Sometimes that last field goal or is going to not cover the spread for you, like for me yesterday. It literally will be 50% at the end of the season. It's just your mind, and you remember the bad beats, which is why I always used to take issue with the segment bad beat on ESPN, because I used to say, well, yeah, bad beat for one guy, Al, good beat for another guy, right?
That's yeah. I love watching it when the bad beat's a good beat. Those are fun.
Exactly. So that's basically that's what I always say to people. It's like it's just a matter of what side of the coin you're on. So, like I said, with that being said, if you want to pick up the All Access, you're watching this video on Saturday. You got 17 games. 17 games. And we got a nice card here. We got 2 8-unit plays, 1 7-unit plays, a slew of 6-unit plays, a slew of 2-unit plays. Again, you could have got all of those games at PickDawgz, or you can go to PickDawgz and purchase them unrated. The value here is, again, we're going to tell you which games to bet bigger, which games to bet smaller. You can discuss the money management and how to implement that rating system with me when you call. With that being said, I'm not a game watcher. I just happen to watch the end of the game on the computer, not on my actual TV. Did you watch any of the Miami game yesterday?
I saw a little bit of the second quarter. I saw Miami's drive going into the half where they tied it up at 14. And then I also saw the last 30 seconds just because I want to sweat out whether or not Miami did throw the pick 6. But other than that, I did not watch it.
Got it. So with that being said, what are we looking at? Would you tell me? They already know. What game are we looking at here?
I'm going to look at the Connecticut Ball State game. Connecticut, of course, coming off an upset loss at the hands of the Delaware Blue Hens. They were favored on the road by 8 points last week. They lost 44-41. They're now favored by 22 at home versus Ball State. And I like taking big home favorites of more than 15 points if they lost on the road as a favorite of 8 or more points the previous week. Those teams have rebounded at home to cover the spread 57% of the time over 45 years. So we're going to take Connecticut in this bounce back spot at home to blow out the Cardinals.
And what's the line on that game?
22.
Guys, don't buy it to 21. I'll get the text message. Should I buy 1 point to 21? So if they win by 3 touchdowns, I don't lose by 1 point. I always put it out there, Al. I know you laugh, but I'm gonna get the text, so I try to cover it before.
Never buy a half point. Never buy a half point.
What about a
On
full point, Al? No, I'm just joking.
never buy a full point, 2 half points, 3 half points.
I'll give you a great
Don't buy
story.
points.
I'll give you a great story. I had a client call me. This was years ago, and he said, "Can you analyze my betting in my account and tell me what I'm doing wrong?" So he gives me the username and password. This is
He's laying $1.40 on every
wait,
fucking
gets
game.
better. Ready? Every
Yeah.
game, every single game he bet, he bought 2 points.
So he's only $1.50.
I said, "Well, I just found the problem. It's evident right here. Yeah, but if I have 2 points, and he would give me a list of the 5 games that he won because I said, no. What about the other 50 games that didn't even matter?" But some of these people literally just think it's like they can quote. I tell you what I think it is. In the stock market, you can't do it. They think they can manipulate the price of the security. Like, ooh, I get to buy down. Ooh, I get to buy up. So in their mind, it's just a bad strategy. They don't understand closing line value and that your enemy is how much juice you're laying on a game. They look at it like, oh, I have this stock and it's $3 and I can buy $2 and it'll only cost me $1. If that makes any sense. I know it doesn't make any sense.
But no, your point. The only thing that you have to pick winners, but the juice is really important. You don't want to. It's tough enough to win at this game laying $1.10. Only about 1% of people can do it. You don't want to lay $1.50.
Exactly. So, guys, don't buy a half a point. Don't buy 1 point. Don't be like that client where I analyzed his account. Don't buy 2 points. Your complimentary selection is to lay the 22 with Connecticut. Reach out to me again. It's a big day Saturday. And again, just to put it out there for everybody. So, Al, you got 17 games going on Saturday. Tell me about your day. Are you sitting there following along all day, or are you really just not involved? They do ask me. They want to know.
On Saturdays, I will typically try to first look at the scores around 7 p.m. Eastern. So
Wow,
after
10 o'clock my
3:30,
time. Wow.
no, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, 7 p.m., 4 o'clock your time. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'll try to at least get all the 1 o'clocks and 3:30s in the books, so I can just look at the final scores for those group of games.
So basically,
I don't want to follow, every single game by minute by minute by minute by minute. But I'm fine if I've got like 17 games and I can just look at 12 out of the 17 and just look at 12 final scores at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's fine.
and then you, I'm assuming, are the same as me, where you have a hand group of commenting clients that will text you and tip you off as the day is going. Correct?
I tend also to turn off my phone.
Very smart. Okay, that's okay. That's why I don't get you in the mid afternoon on Saturday. Got it.
Yeah, I mean it's once the games kick, I'm turning off my phone.
So basically, it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll call it right now. It's 3:50. So basically, I'll talk to you this time tomorrow to do a video. You already know how we did on early action, basically. Got it.
Yes.
All right, guys, don't text Al. Text me if you want to get access to the All Access. His phone will be off, but mine will.
I mean, it's not really
client,
off, but
I know it's
but
not
I mean,
client.
I will, turn it over. So if I get a text, I don't see it come in. It'll just kind of, I'm not looking at it.
Well,
I mean,
you and I.
If my family has to get a hold of me, I have to keep my phone on. But I'm
Right.
basically,
So
ignoring the anxious customers as much as possible.
It's a funny story. Brian Blessing, may his memory be a blessing. He's not with us any longer. He was a game watcher, and on Sunday he was a Buffalo Bills freak. When I say freak.
I remember. Yeah, no, I
And
know.
I made the mistake one time, and I texted him. I go, "Man, did you see that play?" And he called me up. He said, "If you ever," he says, "I record every Bills game, and I watch it later because I'm busy working." And like he's one of these guys where he would go back and he would watch every NFL game, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was part of his process. So everybody who worked with him, like myself, we were not allowed to discuss any games. It was like And I would like, if I'd see them blow a lead, I would be like, oh, he's going to have a heart attack. But I realize he's not even watching the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if your buddy Larry Ness was a game watcher or was he at?
No, he was as big as a freak as Brian. Larry, you could not. He didn't want to look at the scores until like 7 a.m. the next morning.
Wow.
And so, I mean, you could, he'd be asleep, at 10 p.m. So you couldn't really talk to him between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. But yeah, he would freak out as well. Like he didn't want to know anything. Even if he won, he didn't want to know.
Right, exactly.
He was just like, let me enjoy my night.
There you go, guys. And I understand a lot of the guys' enjoyment is actually watching every game in real time. But again, it's a different way we do it. Mike is the same way. He's out coaching. He's a little league coach, and he's out on the field all day, and he could have like $10 million going. And he's like, I'll check in the morning. I'm like, listen, for all you guys that are watching this after we gave out the complimentary selection, it's an art, I think. It's a learned art, Al, not to be overly obsessed about the outcome of each individual game. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's what is good for anyone. I mean, some people want to watch the game. Some people want to get stressed out. Some people don't want to get stressed out. There's no right or wrong. I just, at this stage of my life, I'm an old man. I'd rather be able to, enjoy dinner with my family, not worrying about the bad beat or whatever happened, or
you got it.
It's just what I want to do at this point in my life. I spent 30 years of my life, from like age 12 to age 42, sweating out every game, watching every game.
We've all done it. If you're watching this video and think Al didn't do it and I didn't do it, we've all had the process of sweating out every game. And I mean, when I started working for Duke, I was 15 years old. I was glued to, I was calling the score phone every 5 minutes. I had the
Correct.
beeper.
Right.
Then I had the beeper.
Right.
The beeper was the worst invention.
I love the beeper, though. I love that.
Oh, man.
My God.
You know how many beepers? I had a bad temper, so let's just say I got a lot of new beepers.
Did you have the ones? Did you have her from the group in Wisconsin? Did you have that beeper?
No, so I had the group. I don't want to mention them on here. I had the group around the corner from my office. You know who they are.
You had them. Yeah, I had the DJ Frank's beeper.
I used to go over and pay my membership fee at their office physically every month. And then in mid-month, I would have to go over and pay the new beeper fee and bring the old beeper that I smashed on the floor when I lost the game and got emotional. And then finally the guy was like, really? I appreciate the extra business. It's like, I see you twice bi-monthly. I see you in the middle of the month for a new pager. And then I see you on the first of the month for a resubscription. So, yeah, but obviously that ship has sailed. Everybody has the beeper in their hand with the iPhone. So again, guys, reach out. Big day of action. Uconn minus the 22 is your complimentary selection. I'll be here all day, every day. Reach out to join. And as always, good day and good luck.